So I'm really just speaking here today because Her Grace Ambika Mataji kind of asked me to. So if anything I can share is just by the mercy of Shri Guru, Gauranga and the devotees. Jai Srila Prabhupada. So I never actually met you while you were here, but over the course of the small time that I've been engaged in devotional service, I've come across a lot of your disciples and grandchildren and grand-disciples, and of course my spiritual master. And one word that I was thinking of that epitomizes this association is mercy. I feel like particularly with your disciples, particularly your Vaishnavi disciples, I guess because that's who I've had the most association with, there's an element of mercy and that cooperation that I find very deeply inspiring, and it gives me a lot of strength to continue on in my devotional life. I think through your books and through your conversations and through how you've set up this whole movement and our sadhana, the practices you've put in place, we can realize how we can act and how we must keep going amidst any adversity within ourselves or with others, that we must somehow learn how to overcome our ego to relate well with each other and just continue on with your service. This year, one of your disciples told me that they were concerned that what would happen when they've all gone and how will we continue, and that we must try and keep the standards up from your teachings. And fortunately we have their teachings and the teachings in your books as well. Sometimes I think about, there's one section in Lilamrita which describes how before you came to the West that you were trying to distribute your Back to Godhead magazines, and you had nothing, and you were in the streets of India and there was so much heat and you didn't have much money, nothing, everything seemed to be against you, and then a cow or a bull, I can't remember which, kicked you and you fell and fainted, and still you kind of kept going. And when I think that you are such an amazing devotee of Krishna and you kept on going, what to speak of us who have all this facility around us, that we also have a duty by you to keep going amidst any adversity we may face. I also sometimes like to think about the pastimes you had in Radha Damodar temple, not that I'm qualified to know, but just from hearing from your disciples, and I just think your devotion is just very inspiring. I like how when we listen to your classes sometimes on Ekadasi that you talk sometimes about fanaticism and that we are not into fanaticism. And I like that's important, that we try our best to do everything the way Krishna likes it, to please Krishna and Radharani, but we also need to be careful to not be fanatics. You showed us how to be a perfect disciple. You showed us chastity to Guru. You showed us how to be eager to for service, and how service is actually a gift. You had a loving, courageous heart, full of bhakti, and you were kind to share that with us all. You could have stayed in Vrindavan, but you chose instead to travel and see us all. So when Prahlad Maharaj came before the Lord, whose eyes burned like fire, whose mane was speckled red with blood, and whose claws extended out just like individual scythes, ready to cull any enemy as swiftly as a hungry field worker dismembers corn, he was not afraid. And so too were you, Srila Prabhupada, not afraid, and fearlessly showed the world your love for Sri Guru and Gauranga, gloriously riding the waves of material nature and showing us and inspiring us all by your example. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.